being like afraid when I wrote something really good type shit. That might sound batshit, bro, but like being afraid when I actually wrote like a fire ass verse, like, damn, what if I become as big as like these motherfuckers on the wall?
Fell asleep on the plane again. Goddamn myself. I can't stand.
We all have that one show, that one musician, that one hidden gem that we hold close. And whether we gatekeep it or let people know and spread the word, it's just crazy how it's not more known. For me, it's an artist called Trapo. He's an artist with only 40,000 monthly listeners, but I believe that he competes with some of the biggest artists today. Based in Madison, Wisconsin, Davin Prather creates his gritty and soulful sounding tracks from the comfort of his bedroom. When he was 17, he released his debut, the Black Beverly Hills EP. A collection of songs reflecting on the bold, harsh reality of life. 4 months later, Trapo dropped She.
I was alright before my feelings in a liquor came. I go outside to clear my mental, but I really.
And then in November 2016, he released Shade Trees.
Let's make this quick. I don't like talking on the phone. I don't ever dream of death.
The two EPs later went on to become critically acclaimed. After these two projects, however, Trapo was cooking hard because he released Oil Change, his best album yet. I'm waiting for more music, but this is his best album yet. In 2018, Trapo dropped Oil Change, which I believe rivals some of the best artists that we have today, really. With its intimate sound and direct storytelling, Trapo tells his story over warm and tactile sounding instruments, with themes of racism, mental struggle, hardship, and damaged relationships in his environment. It's an engaging yet confronting project. With that being said, let's dissect this masterpiece. The opening track of Oil Change is a great introduction to the album, laying out the red carpet for the rest of the tracks, if you will. With an energetic intro and colorful drums, the song has themes of looking up to false idols and looking up to the glorification of violence that is prevalent in today's media.
I was running from the gears, they was mistaken the dreads, they was mistaken the skin.
While also talking about prejudice from police.
Everyone around me is flawless.
Drunk Punch is a song with quirky strings and themes of self-hatred and doubt. In this song, Trapo talks about how he compares himself to others, wishing that he was able to have what they had. After the beat switch, ideas of depression,
I don't need help, though I could use a hand, in desperate need of a cure.
and further discussion of life decisions, he feels he put himself in a position where he'll end up nowhere in life. With the title of the song and the lyrics in the intro, it leads me to believe that the drunk punch he's referring to is the only way he feels he can compensate for his failures in life.
Nigga, this is Jack move so he catch one.
The only way he can compensate for his failures is through violence.
Lace my mind with euphoria vibe, still ain't after no compliment.
In this song, Trapo talks about ambitions to be something greater, but he's brought back to the reality of needing to work a 9 to 5. To cope with this fact, there's themes of escapism.
Every right a liquor store, strolling through your town, only not the feet is yours.
Trapo mentioned there's a liquor store every right, showing that society is built on escapism, with quick hits of dopamine to keep people complacent. This also draws on the aspects of alcohol outlets being so readily available, predominantly in potentially meaning that he is defeated by the people who have put the liquor stores there because they have won, so to speak.
And you're scared cause there's vultures all around. When you look up from the ground, you see ain't nobody there.
The coming down term can relate how Trapo fears reality when he's sober. The vultures coming down represent the high coming down.
Hey there, lover, where you headed today?
Bumper reflects on love in secrecy and relationships with friends. The song quickly turns bitter as he talks about how relationships can quickly sour. The outcome of heartbreak can lead to wanting to leave all the memories behind and move forward, finding help in friends. This bar shows the juxtaposition between camaraderie and chaos. The fam holding his arm shows support, while him drunk, pissing on the wall clearly shows a loss of control.
Don't you know we gon' grow up and these lame niggas gon' hang with us tryna roll.
This song covers the idea that Trapo will grow up while the people he associates with continue to act the same age and show immaturity, while he talks about the reality of paying bills and needing to work hard and just all grown up stuff.
Don't you know we gon' grow up and these lame niggas gon' hang with us tryna roll up, so let them roll.
This bar talks about how they'll hang out and pretend to have it together while in reality they're the ones riding in someone else's car that they could never afford with the way they currently act.
It get ugly when I decide to, when you're living through the most. The moment you got it.
A Relapse is another track that touches on the idea of relationships with a romantic partner and the small nods to America's treatment towards him and others. The theme of relationships is brought to attention in the chorus and is the main driving point of the song, mentioning his insecurities and questioning if his partner is still in love with him.
Are you comfortable or miserable? Right?
The second verse covers topics of self-doubt and the repeating theme of wanting to be something greater, looking to religion for answers as to why he hasn't achieved his goals yet. Mirror Man is a very deep song with dark messages about false idols, financial struggle, lack of opportunity, and fractured friendships. Trapo mentions the false idols and how people look up to personas that act tough, but at the end of the day, when the curtain closes and they show their real colors, they are just struggling as much as everybody else. The hook of this song is saying, mind your business and I'll mind mine. The hook is delivered in almost a mantra type way. It's like he's repeating it to himself in the song. The short bridge / refrain of this song shows that with all the trouble he is amongst, Trapo is wanting to have a connection with someone but is paranoid, possibly due to everything else in his life maybe coming with some ulterior motive. This idea is bled into his view of relationships, making it hard for him to fully trust. This track has themes of suicide and pressures of the environment. The hook of this song continuously reinforces the idea that people want to be brave, but they're stuck being who they really are, which sometimes isn't a brave person. In the first verse, Trapo mentions how he hopes he doesn't get killed for being the bigger man and wishes he would be the person that would shoot first. Like previous lines mention, what is there to prove when everybody else is dying due to being the weaker person? The award show has heavy themes of racism and prejudice from police. The opening verse, Trapo recounts police targeting him purposely, mistaking his vehicle. The hook of this song uses the metaphor of an award show to express that he is potentially overlooked, saying by society as they play favorites. Even though he hasn't got his awards, he knows that this is through no fault of his own. In this track, we hear Trapo sound more confident, still broke. He has dreams that he wishes to achieve, and he can see it clearer. Even with this confidence, he still feels like he is being plotted against. The term "every step feels like a bad day in heaven" is a contradiction. Heaven is a place which is supposedly perfect. A bad day in heaven would seem off or incorrect. So every step feeling incorrect or off, comparing that his feelings of being watched, it could mean that every step feels off due to the feelings of being watched. I don't know why that was so... Who wrote this? I wrote this. Who? Mondays is the concluding track to the project. Trapo talks about how the music he makes isn't paying the bills, and he strives for money and riches, but is unable to achieve it by his current means. Feels like everyone has turned their back on him. Ultimately, the song ends with him talking about getting weed and having girls over, even though he knows it's a bad idea. And he talks about how these could be seen as distractions from the wealth he is trying to achieve. Even though he acknowledges this is a bad idea, closing of the song leads the listener to believe that the outcome of the song, the outcome is him giving into the temptations and remaining in the hole he blames himself for being in the first place. What a beautiful project. I could discuss more projects he's released, but this is the best one and I don't think it's necessary. Some notable singles are In This Car. I think that's his most streamed song, but as a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. I think you should check out this album. Listen to it for yourself. Why can't I listen to it for yourself? Show some support. No, maybe he'll drop another banger of an album. I need another one. I need another one from him. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching so much, everyone.